That's the other, with Keith Anderson, James Buffus, and Pete Dopsha. They did tumbling and trampoline and all that kind of thing. And then it's produced and directed by Major Alvin Riley, Assistant Chief Special Services, United States Air Force, and the finale was the entire cast. And I was the Master of Ceremonies, Charles Worpell, Sampson Air Force Base. So that was the whole program.
Okay. As a child, did your dad ever take you to any circuses or
Oh
performances?
yeah, he took me to see Blackstone, all that. Yeah.
Any circuses that came into
all the
town?
time. I go and saw every circus. That rug is going to knock that thing over.
Okay. Okay. Now then, what's this about? Is this just a? It's a newspaper about the show that you're performing at a base.
Worpell to MC Air Force variety show at. I can't think. Thindle. I can't say it from here.
It says theater at Theater Tonight.
Oh, okay.
It says Sampson's own Charlie Worpell will lead his troops of performers into Allen Auditorium tonight, and I don't know where Allen Auditorium is.
Well, it says Thompson Blue Review at Theater Tonight.
Oh, it says Johnson Air Base, Japan.
There you go.
So that's and the article's dated the 6th of November, 1953.
Yeah, it was in Japan. Like I said, we toured all over Japan.
I was about 3 years old.
See, here's all the. These are all the places we hit.
Okay.
Newfoundland. We were
Greenland.
In Greenland. We were in Alaska.
Korea, Tokyo.
Tokyo, Japan. Midway Air Force. You know, Midway.
New York, California.
Yeah.
Guam, Iwo Jima.
Yeah.
Bermuda.
Yeah.
And what? Nassau.
Nassau. That's in the Bahamas.
And then Okinawa. And then
Hawaii. Yeah.
Now, and this is the citation
that was
for your accommodation.
Yeah, where they had the parade for me and the commanding general pinned it on, and this is what it says about. They give it to you when you go beyond what you're supposed to do.
Now, do you have that ribbon today?
Yeah, I showed it to Mother.
You want to go get it and we can show it on the camera?
Wait, he's going to bring it in.
Let me see what's next after this. See how much we have left to talk about. So yeah, some of this will just go quick.
You got it, John?
Let me go.
It's sitting on top of the shirt.
Can you sit on top of the shirt?
In that case.
So I know you.
Is it this now?
You know, there's interaction there with Bob Hope, obviously. Did any of that take place during your?
Well, the thing is, I got to know Bob Hope because he followed our tour when I was overseas. Bob Hope had his own show, and I was with our show.
Oh, this
Thompson Blues being their show.
And we got to meet each other, and I got to know him. And then when I got in the, excuse me, after I got out of the service, I went with the Music Corporation of America. It's the largest talent agency in the world. They finally made him either give up personal appearances or television because they were dominating the whole business. And they gave up personal appearances, and that's when I lost my job because television was making much more money. Don't you have it?
So you booked the personal appearances?
In charge.
You were in charge.
What I did with them is I booked all the big bands like Harry James. I don't know if you remember that name. He's a trumpet player.
Okay.
All these big orchestras, and I was in charge of booking them.
And you were in charge of booking personal appearances for Bob Hope.
I'm talking about the bands then, and then as far as Bob Hope.
Is it one of these?
Right there, it's this one.
Oh, this one here?
Yeah, it says on the back. It's got my name.
This is for military merit.
No, that's good. That's good conduct.
Good conduct. This is one that says Korea.
Yeah. Oh, this one here. This one here on this side is the commendation award.
This one here?
No.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that other one in there is the one they sent me because I lost my Rogers.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one tells me about being the director of the contest.
Oh, this one.
It says on the back.
This one's the director of the contest?
Yeah, it says on the back.
Yeah, this one says 1954 United States Air Force Talent Contest. 15th of May 1954. Contest director A.
Airman First Class.
Airman First Class Charles E. Worpell. So there's that.
Yeah.
And then this one you said is for
For
Tops
being the
and-
top master of ceremony.
Top Master of Ceremonies.
Yeah. Yeah, this here, that when I went to Korea because they were at war, I got this, and that's a commendation award, and this is good conduct. When you do everything right.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Then back here, there's another show I put together called Review in Blue. It's me doing different Master of Ceremonies things. That's the name of the show. It's pictures of me doing comedy. And then when we were in Bermuda, I booked the Elbow Beach Surf Club, and we put our show there. That was a real big honor because it's a beautiful place.
So
Elbow Beach Surf Club.
So a part of not only just being Master of Ceremonies, you would find local talent
Yeah.
in those areas and put them in the show as well.
Well, what do you mean by that?
You said the beach. You said a beach club or something, or a
Well,
beach.
Elbow Beach Surf Club is in Bermuda. We
Okay,
went there,
is that a location?
That is a gorgeous hotel. A big,
Okay.
Huge, big name entertainment.
Okay.
And I booked our show in there.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I booked, and
Okay.
it said, here's a U.S. Air Force. I can't read upside down. The band, dance band, 20 pieces, and then 1.5 hour variety stage show. That's us, and it's the Elbow Beach Surf Club in Bermuda.
So
It's a
there you're.
surprise. That was a big. We booked it. I booked it in there.
Okay, so you were in charge of finding the location to entertain.
Yeah. I just went in there and I booked the show.
Okay.
See,
Did
so-
you ever book local entertainment including your show?
Not in this one, no. I was with the Music Corporation of America, and I was in charge of booking entertainment. And I did that for a number of years.
But when you did a Tops in Blue show anywhere,
It was
you didn't
always.
book any local entertainment.
Oh,
It
no,
was
that
always
just our
just-
show.
It was
I mean,
always just the Tops in Blue.
Right,
Okay.
right.
And this is just another article. It says Review in Blue.
That's another show I
Plans
took.
world premiere at theater
Yeah.
October 18th.
That's another show I put together called Review in Blue. And that's, I can't see it from here. Oh, and I'm floating the cane, if you can see.
Oh yeah, I see that. And who? Do you know who this gentleman
Yeah, that's
is?
Sergeant. He would take his teeth out. He was funny as a comedy act. And does it give his name there?
It says portraying personalities for which it says Frenchie,
Frenchie, that's it.
Frenchie and Charlie.
Yeah, Frenchie.
Best known says T-Sergeant,
Uh-huh,
Marcel Herbert, and Airman First Class Charles Worpell.
uh-huh.
Did they just call him Frenchie?
Frenchie, yeah.
Okay.
Funny act, funny guy.
Now how old was he? Looks like he's pretty old there.
Oh, yeah, he's probably 40 years old. And that Review and Blue playing world
Mm-hmm.
premiere at theater October 18th.
Mhm. And then let's see, and then this is just, is this just a portrait that you have
That's
done?
just a picture of me, yeah, with showing the cards
Okay.
in my pocket.
Now, did photographers for Tops in Blue do that, or did you go and have that done?
I don't remember who did that. I think some photographer at the base did it.
Okay.
He sent it to me. It's Johnny Ray. You probably don't remember him, but he had a big hit called Cry. And he was a big star. Singer.
Okay.
And I worked with him and I booked him on shows. That's me doing comedy. I think that's Johnny Ray again over here. I can't see it's upside down.
Yeah, it says Sampson's champion Air Force MC, Charlie Worpell, looks on to Johnny Ray,
Yeah,
the champion weeper.
Weeper, yeah.
That was something
Well,
they
the
called
name
him?
of the song was Cry.
Oh, okay.
It was a big hit.
It says adjust his necktie in his dressing room before appearing at the hospital theater.
Uh-huh.
Who's that?
Johnny Ray.
Johnny Ray.
Yeah.
Now, was he a Hollywood guy or just like he was just a
A big
singer?
name singer.
Okay.
Big name.
And that's
singer.
all he did.
Kind of like a Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just a singer.
Yeah.
And it says here, Worpell back from year tour, so entertained at bases.
Yeah. Here, what says Worpell to receive?
Honors at, yeah, it says Worpell to receive honors at parade.
Oh, that's the parade I told you about. Read that one.
Okay, it says this afternoon at the G Area Parade, Airman First Class Charles E. Worpell will be paid tribute for his meritorious service as a member of the Air Force. All airmen show tops in blue during the period from July 6, 1953 to December 19th, 1953. Airman Worpell of Personnel Services served as Master of Ceremonies on the 53rd show, which gave over 230 performances in 240 days during its 26,000-mile tour. His enthusiasm and talent won wide recognition. The commendation, which will be read at this afternoon's parade, states in part that Airman Worpell gave unselfishly of his time and talent to entertain military personnel of all branches of the service and their dependents worldwide.
Wow.
And they had the whole base parade in front of me. I felt like an idiot. Oh, can you imagine? I mean, all these fellow airmen, and you know, I'm standing up there on this big platform with the commanding general, and the whole base, I mean, a huge, big parade go by. You know? And of course the American flag, and I had a salute when it went by, and then after the parade, then the commanding general pinned the medal on me, and to show honor.
Is that one of the medals that you had?
That's the one I showed you. That
Okay,
green
let me,
one.
that's the green one?
Yeah, that's the comment.
Yeah, the combination award.
And that's,
And that's, see, when...
and that's
when,
this green one right,
right,
here?
and when they pinned it
Okay.
on, the commanding general read that thing that you read, that it says about what it is, you know,
Okay.
to the people. To
And is there any particular reason for the bars above
the
it?
bar above is what you wear in your suit.
Okay, so and then this is something
That's
that
you
you
wear in
keep.
your uniform.
Okay, I gotcha. So it just depends on what uniform you're wearing.
Yeah, right. The other one's for your suit, you know, put in the lapel. I don't wear it.
Okay. Let's see what else there is.
I think that's it.
And then this is the end of this book.
That's the end, yep.
So, do you want to just end with that for now, or do you want
Yeah,
to
we
ask-
can, but I want to get back to. I was talking to him while you were in there.
Oh, okay.
As far as just his interaction with. When did you meet Bob Hope? When did you really start? I mean, was that during your time with Tops and Blues that you first encountered him? Or?
Yeah, well, when we were touring, he was touring also with his show, and I got to meet him. And then when I went with the Music Corporation of America, he was one of the stars that we handled. I worked with a lot of big names because of that. I booked the Judy Garland show, produced it. By producing it means you put it together, put the supporting acts, and I put her at the Music Hall.
John, can you flip that
in
light off?
Columbus,
It's glaring
Ohio.
on the stuff.
Judy
This
Garland.
one?
Yeah.
Do you remember Judy Garland?
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And they went, boy, and she was a big star. They, wherever she appeared, they would bring down bouquets of flowers and give them to her and everything else. But she was tough to work with. She was a mental case, boy. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
And then Bob Hope he was no problem. And I brought him in, and I opened Clues Hall with him, as you know. And
Two white
they were
backgrounds,
thrilled to
I mean.
death because Bob Hope has got such a background where he performed before 8 presidents and kings and everything else.
How about Judy Garland?
And Judy Garland did the same. Well, I just mentioned her. Excuse me. And then Bob Hope I also had here for the 20-year banquet for Eli Lilly Company. I brought him in, and he entertained at that. But the big thing was the opening of Clues Hall because they wanted something special.
And yeah, and that was during your time with the
With the Music Corporation of America.
the Music Corporation of
And
America.
I brought in Charlie Holden's orchestra from New York. Fantastic orchestra with about 28 pieces. And they opened the show with music and then brought him on with that theme song he always has. What is it again?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've seen it.
I'm trying to think of the song. Do you remember it, Sharon?
Who is it?
Bob Hope's
Bob
song.
Hope's.
Thanks for the memory. La, la, da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. That's what we brought him on. That's the
Yeah.
song he always used. It was his theme song. Thanks for the memory. So the band, I would tell the band to hit it, and they would play Thanks for the memory, and then Bob Hope came on. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman needs no introduction. All I got to tell you what his name is. Bob Hope. Here he is. And then he'd come out. And he'd come out, oh, okay. And he'd play Thanks for the Memory.
What, I mean, just as far as his personality, what kind of person was Bob Hope?
Oh, he's a super guy. And anywhere you go, they knew him. I went to the airport with him, and it's funny.
Was he?
There's Bob Hope, there's Bob Hope. And he's very recognizable to everybody,
Oh yeah, very distinguished face. I mean,
And when I got alone with him, I got talking to him. He was very famous working with Bing Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he was a jerk. He said, I didn't like him. I
Oh,
hated
really?
Can you believe that? They worked together for years.
Mm.
But it was strictly business.
You'd think they'd have been great friends.
Yeah.
Mm.
But even his kids didn't like him, Bing Crosby.
Oh, really?
His kids. I read it in the papers. And I never got to know Bing Crosby at all, but Bob Hope told me.
Is it,
So I guess in this, John, can you flip the light off real quick because it glares on the pictures.
Well,
there.
that's, you know who this is.
So that's April.
That's April.
And that's
Bob Hope.
our sister, your daughter.
Yeah.
And then this is mom's
Mother.
which is Catherine,
Yeah.
and
Careful,
she's
John.
there with Bob Hope. And I wonder how old is Grandma there?
I don't know. What do you think?
How do you think she's old? How old is she, Mom?
She looks pretty good there.
I'm trying to think, how old was I? April was only about.
Yeah, well,
5
look at
years old.
April, honey, how young she is.
April was
we're not
5,
interested.
so I was.
April was 5,
24.
and so we weren't even born yet.
I was.
It was
29.
just April.
I was about 29
You were
at
29.
that time, so Mom would have probably been maybe 55 or 50. Between
55 or 50?
55.
Yeah, she looks good there.
Oh yeah, she still looks pretty young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does.
She looks like she really took good
Yeah.
care of herself.
Yeah, she looks good there. That's the program from Pops and Blue. As I told you before, this is a listing of the tour.
Now that's some of the archive stuff that Tom guy. Is it Tom?
Yeah,
He sent you?
yeah.
Okay.
No, what I'm interested in. How long did you work for Music Corporation of America?
Oh, couple of years, something like that, 2 or 3 years.
And then that's when they eliminated
Well, what
it?
happened there is that the government, they become, what do they call it when they take over everything? The-
Did they merge or did they?
Well, the Music Corporation was so big that you couldn't make a move in the entertainment business unless you went through them. If you hired a musician, whatever it was, they had a handle on it, both in television and personal appearances. So the government, what do they call it? The antitrust laws.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The government made them get rid of either personal appearances, which I worked in, or television.
Because
Well,
they didn't want them to have a monopoly.
That's it.
in that
and
market.
They did. You couldn't move without them.
Right.
They really.
Oh, so
Jules Stein was the owner, a Jewish guy, and
Uh-huh.
man, they controlled the world as far as.
Oh, it was a Jewish guy?
Oh yeah, he's dynamite boy.
Oh, yeah.
So they said you either give up personal appearances or television. Well, naturally, television was the big money thing. So.
Oh, yeah, so they gave up personal
Yeah, and
appearances.
that's where I work, personal appearances.
And
That's-
so when that division was eliminated,
I
your
lost
your
my
job was
position.
eliminated
I
at the
was
time.
limited, yeah.
And then what did you do after that for your money making and going on in
I'm
your?
trying to think what happened after that.
Did you immediately go from that to come into Indianapolis?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I did.
Where was Music Corporation of America? Where were their headquarters?
Well, they're out of
located?
they're out of Hollywood, out of Los Angeles, California, and I worked with them through out of Chicago.
Oh, okay. So they had a.
It's like a
They have branches
satellite,
all over the United
a
States.
satellite
now.
office or something.
Yeah, they had them all over the world,
Okay.
and they were so big you wouldn't believe it. Well, even today you see MCA TV, Music
Mhm.
Corporation of America. That's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And they had that's what they took television,
Mm-hmm.
and they still got it. MCA. That's what that is.
And it's on every movie that you see.
Yeah, that's them.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. It goes through. It's on the opening
Yeah.
sequence or
After
whatever.
Music Corporation of America. I mean, did you get back? Did you ever get back into doing stage shows or?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah,
live
absolutely.
entertainment. And
Yeah,
So you continued
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
And what?
You got into the television show.
Well, what about AMA? What was that?
Well, I had my television show, which ran. I guess you tell me what 7 years, 8 years.
Well, the
What did
date,
it
the
say?
date on that
Said
thing,
from 1968 to
No.
1974, right?
was it 68 or 67?
Oh, 68.
Be 6 years.
So it'd be 6 years.
6 years? No, I thought I counted it. I thought it was 8
Well,
years.
Dave Smith put this thing together. He was one of the executives with Wish TV.
Mhm.
And he loved magic, and he knew me, and he knew I do. He liked my magic and all that. So anyway, Bob Warren, who was an executive with Wish TV, was also known as Nosy the Clown.
Okay.
Bob Warren,
Okay.
and he was a program director at the company. He worked for him,
Okay.
and that's how he got involved in the show.
Now, how did you meet these people? How did you come across
Through
it?
doing shows with him,
Okay.
you know, he did that on the side. Bob Warren.
Okay, so then he,
Well,
so,
Dave Smith knew about me and knew I did magic, and he loved magic. So he called me and he said, "Would you be a part of the show?" And I said, "Yeah." And so he made me part of it. He wrote the scripts, but all they did for me was they gave me a slot in the show of so much time, and then I did whatever I wanted. And that ran every Saturday for that many years.
right.
Every Saturday.
And that's when Mark Much, who was
Mark
only
Munch was the MC of the show.
only a teenager.
Yeah, he's just a young kid. But the kids liked him. We had a live audience there at the show. And he was with the show all that time, and so was Mark Nosy the Clown.
Okay.
And because, like I say, Nosy was also part of Wish TV. He was a program director there.
Huh.
And so that's how it all tied in.
Hmm.
So you did perform in front of a live audience then?
Yeah, they brought in a live audience, and I worked every Saturday morning. It was an hour show.
Okay, and then you, and what did you do during the week? You would do just live.
I did that. You didn't get a lot of money for that. They paid you, but you didn't make much. But you got shows out of it, personal appearances. And
Okay.
that's what Sharon was talking about.
Yeah.
We did 5 of them a day.
And that's where you made your money.
Yeah.
That's what paid the bills, and that's what
really
put the
paid
food
it.
on the table.
She was with me, and I'd be sweating. She'd wipe the sweat off me.
Uh-huh.
And we did 5 of them a day, one after another.
Yeah.
And that's all from the television show. Here he
Yeah.
is in person, Crazy Charlie.
Yeah. So you weren't doing the show to make the money, but you did the show
Publicity.
to get the
Yeah, the
publicity so
promoting.
that you could charge for the act.
What a avenue to it's like any
Oh, yeah.
people get on a big television show. Like years ago, they wanted to get on the Johnny Carson show or
Mhm.
whoever, because of
Right.
the publicity you get out of it, and the recognition.
I wonder
Yeah.
if they got paid that much money
Yeah,
just
right,
to get on the
exactly.
show, but
It's the
it's the
exposure.
results of it.
From
Mhm.
that, everybody knew me.
Yeah.
I couldn't go somewhere where they didn't know me.
Yeah.
In the state, around the state of Indiana,
Right.
wherever that show covered.
Now what? Now when Music Corporation of America, when you left that, what made you come to Indianapolis versus finding something else in Hollywood?
Uh,
How come? What made you choose to go this direction?
how did you get me here?
What do you mean?
Was you living
So-
here?
I was
Ma-
here in Indianapolis.
So did you know Dad when he was at Music Corporation of America?
No.
No.
Okay, so how
I knew
did?
him just when he was a booking agent.
Oh, okay, so
We met you through Clara Fiddler.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah.
Who's Clara?
You booked us on something with
Claire
her.
Fiddler, yeah, I remember.
So-
Obviously there was some time that you were still booking shows that you weren't booking them with the Music Corporation of America. You were
But that you
booking them
knew
through-
Mom.
He was on his own.
Yeah, on my own, yeah.
Oh, so you
Artist
had your
management was
That's
your.
what I call it, my own company.
AMA, right?
Right, Artist Management Association.
Yeah, Artist Management. And that was your company, your
Yeah.
own booking agency
Right,
then.
right.
And
And
you
so-
would book for the military?
But anything.
Anything,
everything,
yeah,
anything.
everything.
You had us out at one of the military bases, Karen and
Yeah,
and so that's when you booked Mom and Karen to go to Vietnam
yeah, and that was
to
sort of like
entertain
a,
the troops.
I. Yeah.
Uh,
Ed Hill from the Diana Dawn Show.
Yeah,
was the one
right.
that came looking for entertainment. And he had him go to one of our shows that we were doing. And when, he came to our shows, he decided to take us. So
yeah,
Mhm.
they liked him. They did a good
Hmm.
job.
Hmm.
Her and Karen, they did a terrific job.
Mhm.
She was
They
a
were-
good singer.
They
She's
were
just
identical twin sisters, and
Yeah.
about how old were you again?
a great
we were
performer.
18. when we
Really,
went to
and they're
Vietnam.
they're pretty girls and nice appearance and good singers.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
dance while singing, or was it just?
Was it just a singing act, or was it with
Singing act, yeah.
there was no choreography or anything
Well,
like
we
that?
both did hula.
Oh, you
Hula
did.
dancing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, some shows we did hula dancing.
Okay. And that was a separate thing, or did you sing while doing that?
Oh, no, we didn't sing while hula dancing.
You probably
They just
can't.
dance.
It's probably too difficult to sing and
Yeah.
hula dance at the same time.
Yeah.
You'd have to be really talented then.
There was different,
Okay.
And sometimes on the same place, we would do one act doing the hula dancing and one act singing.
Okay.
We had a really, really good act doing Big Spender.
Big Spender.
Yeah, it was a song that we would do. We would both.
Was that a song that you and Karen came up with? Or was it one
that was
that
a
you got?
national known
That's
song.
just
That was a song that was out.
It was
Yeah.
already out, and then you guys
just
kind of
did a
did your
remake
own
of it.
version
Yeah,
of it.
Yeah, it was. We had some choreography with that.
They had
song.
choreography with that spin.
Oh, okay.
And we had beautiful blue dresses that came up like this, and they were down dragging in the floor, but it was all lined with blue ostrich feathers.
Oh, okay.
And we would open.
Was that
the
a pretty
show.
expensive outfit?
Yeah, we had to have them special made.
And so who paid for that then?
We did out of our.
Out of the money you made
Yeah,
off doing shows?
It's like him investing in magic. We
Right.
invest in the
Yeah.
costumes.
Okay.
So with your booking agency, it was primarily made up of personal appearances, live entertainment.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Yeah. So
And during your time of doing that, what all people did you handle?
I can't remember all of them, but Sharon and her sister, and I had,
And then that's when you handled Bob Hope.
oh
At
yeah,
that
any
time?
of the people I knew through MCA, Music Corporation of America, Bob.
And then what about Judy
They called me
Garland?
from Clues Hall, they said, we need a superstar. And who can you get us? And I called him, and he said, yeah, I'll be happy to do it. So I booked Bob Hope, and I
So
paid him
Clues Hall-
$40,000.
Clues Hall, you opened that under your own company then.
Yeah, right.
Artist management.
Yeah.
Yeah, Artist Management. That
Yeah.
wasn't through
No, I
the
booked
Music
it.
Corporation of
I
America.
said it, and I brought the orchestra in, the whole thing.
And so with
Was there any major other major theaters that you opened, did the opening act for, or was that primarily the main
That was
one?
it.
Okay.
That was it, yeah, Clues Hall. And then that's the time, at that time is when I booked Judy Garland at the Music Hall. George Saliba owned the Rat Fink. It was a real joint on Meridian Street.
it was kind of like a nightclub.
Yeah, it is.
They have, like,
He
jazz music
he had
and
a ton of
stuff?
money, and he'd like entertainers, and he'd like to get involved. So he would back him up, and he gave me he was the guy with the money.
Mm-hmm.
So I put Judy Garland through him. He paid the deal to make money at the Music Hall in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
And we advertised in a newspaper and the whole thing. Judy Garland's here in person and all that kind of thing. But he was the guy back with the money.
Hmm.
And then he also I used to book Rusty Warren in his place. And she was a real risque piano player.
Oh, really?
And I
And
booked.
that nasty talking one.
Yeah. And I toured her for a year all
Mhm.
over the United States. Rusty
Mhm.
Warren.
Well, so you'll
Phyllis
even
Diller.
people that you book, then you'll take their act, and you don't only book them once, but you'll book them multiple times at various
yeah,
places.
yeah.
And you'll work with them for
Yeah.
a year,
They
2
were with
years, whatever.
they were signed up with my company. I mean,
Yeah.
I had them exclusive.
Oh, okay. So you had a contract with them that,
Yeah,
that
right.
you were their booking agency.
Yeah,
Then
if
okay.
somebody
Is that what you had with Bob Hope?
No.
No, that
Bob
ran.
Hope wouldn't be
Well,
excluded.
the way he did it is because I had him at Clues Hall and different places. He said, Charlie, anything you get in the Midwest, I'll give to you or I'll take from you.
So he kind of had he goes, I'll let you handle this region
That's
for me.
exact right. That's
You
what
know?
I had. Yeah.
Okay.
And that was because
he went worldwide. Yeah.
Yeah, because of how kind of a guy he is.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to help you, and because you've been helping me. I
Yeah.
brought him in for Clues Hall. Brought him in for the Eli Lilly
And what
20-year blanket.
and what year was that in Clues Hall that they were open? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
But you said at the time it was $40,000,
That I paid him, yeah.
and so that was probably
For
what 30
how long
years
of an
ago.
act? Or a personal appearance.
Oh, he did probably 40 minutes.
About almost an hour.
Probably an hour, yeah.
Can you imagine making that kind of money?
Well, for that time period, that's good. For today's time period, we think differently of 40,000, but for then, I'm sure that's
Oh, then
that's
that
a ton of
I mean,
money.
Yeah.
to today that's probably $250,000.
Yeah.
One appearance.
Yeah, well, if you add in inflation, that's
That probably is a
time period.
quarter of a
And
million
he just
dollars.
flies in, gets this wonderful motel room.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
very
yeah.
elaborate.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
I
does
picked him
his
up in a
performance.
limousine, you know, the whole bit, take him back in the limousine. That's when April was with me. Remember riding
And
with him?
that's when the photos you showed us.
Yeah,
Well, we
April's
was with
riding
him
with him in the limousine.
In the limousine.
Yeah.
What year were you born?
Who?
What year were
Wait,
you
what?
born?
Who, me?
Yeah.
32.
1932.
Yeah.
Of
Okay.
course, you just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Dad.
Yeah,
by the way.
thank you.
Yeah, and you're
I'm
what?
80 years old.
80 years old now.
Yeah.
Okay. I think
Guys, we gotta finish
according
up 'cause
according
I
to
gotta
me,
go
you've
to
been 80 for the
Ariel's.
past 5 years.
Yeah, we're like, I think
I gotta
he's
go to
80.
Ariel's in about
80?
15, 20 minutes.
So okay, we'll
Yeah,
wrap
I'm
it up for
almost out of- I'm
now.
almost out of time too. If we can just get maybe 2 or 3 more minutes, 'cause
Yeah,
I'd like
what
to,
have you, anything else?
I'd like to fill a DVD with this.
Okay.
I've got just a few more minutes on here, but AMA was your company, and then I guess how long were you with AMA? I mean, what was?
Artist management?
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
Was that during Clowning Around or was that before it?
I think it was after it.
After Clowning
Yeah,
Around?
after Clowning Around.
Okay.
Yeah, because you had that, and then you went into the sports show. You did some home shows,
Well, that's
some
true. I
retirement
did the
shows.
sports show, yeah.
But you know the big thing about all this is Daddy producing the shows.
Mm-hmm.
He put the shows together.
Mm-hmm.
That was another big talent of his in putting a show together. He knew
Yeah.
how to do it.
Yeah.
oh yeah, and so
Well,
You like the sports show? Excuse me.
yes,
John.
go ahead. No, the sports show, I booked and hired the entire convention center and the Hoosier Dome, the whole place.
Right. You. So at the time
And
that you
Sharon
booked,
helped sell space. I mean, she did
I saw almost
fantastic.
the whole place.
Yeah,
well, at the time there were 5 halls in the convention center, and then you had the Hoosier Dome, which changed the RCA Dome,
right.
which you had the lower concourse.
Right.
And you had all the halls going into the Hoosier Dome
Right.
filled too.
Yeah.
And not only did you have all 5 halls, but you had the hallways filled as well.
concourses, the upper.
The whole place.
They had the whole place filled, and you did that all by yourself, didn't you
Yeah.
and Mom?
Yeah, with Sharon.
Well, and he also booked the lumberjacks, the African safari seminars,
all those
the fishing
entertainers.
seminars.
Oh, yeah,
all those-
he put a lot of entertainment.
and he emceed the, show.
the whip people,
Huh?
Did-
the
Yeah,
whip.
Right, and he emceed. He was going to think
Yeah,
about
we put a
bringing
big
Harrison
stage
Ford
in there. We put a big stage and the name across and.
But
I
you
emceed.
did you talk to Harrison Ford's agent about bringing him in to do whips?
Remember, we was going to.
Yeah, well, I can't remember what happened on that.
Was he wanting too much money
I can't remember
for the
now.
show?
I don't think he was available or something like that. I can't remember now.
Can't remember either,
I
but
can't.
I know we had thought about bringing him in.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But anyway, like Sharon said, we had the whole place.
Hmm.
It was
So you-
unbelievable.
There wasn't any overlapping of AMA and producing the shows. You quit AMA to produce the shows.
Yeah, that was all
So
later
what
on.
what was the reason for quitting AMA? Did personal appearances start
Well,
to die down?
Not really, but when you get into something like that, it's a full-time deal, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Grief. And then hiring all the entertainment to come in.
You just wanted a change in pace, something new, something
Yeah,
different.
and we brought, like Sharon said, the lumberjacks and all these.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oh,
they're-
it was a magnificent
What
show.
what
Big
sparked
acts, I
the
mean,
interest in
they're-
producing shows? Was it any one particular person that kind of led you in that direction? Was it something you just
No, it's something I just learned through the years, you know.
you were good at sales and putting shows together, and so you just thought that was a good opportunity to make money then, right?
Yeah,
That was just
right.
something you
Yeah. I
trade
did a
shows.
sports show, we did a home show, we did all those.
And I mean, but during your years of producing shows, did it just take place in Indianapolis, or what were some of the other locations that you put trade shows
I did
together?
one in South Bend, Indianapolis, I'm trying to think of any place else.
Fort Wayne, did you do it
Fort
in
Wayne, I did one.
So
Yeah.
there were years you had like maybe 2 or 3 shows going on,
Yeah,
and you would sell them all by yourself.
yeah. That's about it. Fort Wayne, South Bend, Indianapolis. I think that was about it.
And then once you got through with the trade shows, that's when you pretty much just hung it up.
Yeah,
After that, you're like, I'm done with
The sports
booking
show
and.
was, the sports show is what really topped it off.
Yeah.
I mean, that sports show was fantastic, but he was kicked out of it by them changing his dates on it.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That's what was the downfall of that show.
yeah.
Oh, right. I mean,
Which
we know that. I mean, us
It
dealing
just-
with the trade shows
I
today,
remember the stress.
Oh, it was terrible.
Now this is
That's the picture of the show.
now who did you have this made or did somebody have this made for you?
I had it made of the show.
And then it just kind of showed that
Show the
just
facility, the convention center and the dome. you know,
Okay.
And gigantic winter sports travel and recreation show. And yeah, I was fighting Renfro all the way.
But it was a fantastic show.
But when Jeff and I have actually found out, I guess when that lawsuit was filed, like when Denny's Marina,
Yeah.
when they were, because of the snowstorm,
Uh-huh.
when they filed a lawsuit against you, they sued Renfro as well.
Uh-huh.
Because Renfro, I guess they had dates with Renfro,
Uh-huh.
and I think they sued Renfro too. At the same time, because it actually says on the internet, international shows, and it also mentions Renfro Productions.
Yeah, well, what happened is it was during the winter, and it was snowing, and they wanted to go out a certain exit with their equipment because of the snow.
Right.
And the owners or the head of the facility wouldn't allow them through there, and it was my show, and it was up to me to tell them no. And so I said, "You can't go out there. I won't allow."
Yeah.
And that's what started. the
That's
whole
what
thing.
started the whole fight.
Right.
Now, what's Renfro? Or did they have dates with Renfro that something happened? Or
I think the same thing happened with him.
Okay. Did he have some winter dates too?
But he worked at the fairgrounds, and I had the deal at the convention center.
Okay.
He never had that.
So you guys were kind of like the two big shows
Yeah.
that went on in
Yeah,
Indianapolis.
Competition, yeah.
Yeah. Was international shows, and then was Renfro Productions?
Renfro Productions, yeah.
Okay.
Didn't
And the guy
tell-
you competed with, he's obvious, he's dead now. But
Renfro
his
died,
son, yeah, his sons have taken over the
Right, and they're still doing it.
Right, and they're still doing it to this
Yeah.
day. And Jake actually does plumbing work, I guess, for his
Oh, really?
house. Yeah,
Yeah.
lives in a big house, I guess, up on the north side. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still doing the shows.
But didn't Renfro come to your show one time?
Yeah, and he called me. He said, "I'm going to cut you a new one, Charlie." I said, "Well, go right ahead."
The show, the sports show, I remember the lumberjacks and everything out there. It was a spectacular show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and I remember as a kid, I remember going to a show and it just.
Well, I had a
being packed
picture of you
people.
with a
Yeah.
snake
Yeah. Hmm.
at one of my shows.
I still remember you having arcade games out there. I'd go and play them. I remember arcade games being there, and I remember seeing the big
Scuba
big
diving.
ski slope thing, and I remember seeing bikers, the BMX bikers, doing
Yeah.
their stunts, and
Do you remember
and I
the
remember
picture of Jeff
scuba
with the
diving.
snake?
Yeah,
Can't
He
remember.
was just a little guy.
I remember that.
I remember wearing the snake on my neck.
Yeah, I've got a
it was-
picture here somewhere of it. I do have.
And then it was at one of your. Was it at one of your RV shows that's when April said that she was having twins?
Here she come walking in there with her friends.
No,
She
yeah,
was pregnant.
we don't need that on video, but we'll get back to the story.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be, we want to do another interview, but there's going to be more detail to fill in some of the
I'll probably
Yeah.
stop right there. That's an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you imagine
Yeah,
the
I'll
awesome
stop there,
response?